Ruth, and welcome back to This Is How We Roll. This week's episode is all about things to help reduce back to school anxiety for the first couple of days. So kind of this stepping over the threshold and getting back out there difficulties. So first of all, being prepared. I know this one seems a little self-explanatory, but it can actually be quite involved, especially when you have a condition. A lot of times being prepared when you have a condition requires a lot more than it does when you do not. So this includes making sure that you have access to any medication that you will need. Your assistive technology is charged up and ready to go. You have a safe and accessible spot to put your things that you need. Any straps or securements that you may need are ready to be put on. And making sure that you have an assistant ready at school or college if you need one. I recognize that this applies differently depending on grade level and level of ability. For example, in K-12 education, you have to check your medications in at the health office, and if you need an assistant, there will be one provided for you. However, in college, it's okay to have your medication with you, but you are responsible for setting up your own assistant if you need one. You may find it helpful to create a checklist. Knowing your body. I recognize that this one sounds a little strange, but it's actually really important. For example, I know how long it takes a certain amount of liquid to filter through my system from my mouth to my bladder, and I know this down like to the T. This is important because it helps me balance being dehydrated with needing to go to the bathroom. Before I drink something at college, I kind of look at the clock and think about how long until my next bathroom transfer. That way I'm never caught in an uncomfortable situation of being dehydrated or really needing to go to the bathroom. I know that my body has a strong electrical response in certain situations, and fluorescent lights is one of the situations that sets off that response. I know I have to put up with them during classes, but during study times I go to a dark area. These are all very personalized to you. I'm just telling you about mine to give some examples as to why knowing your body is important. Me, myself, and I. I know that I get very self-conscious about certain anxiety responses. For example, increased flinching, ticking, or in extreme cases, even convulsions. But remember, as self-conscious as you may feel, everyone else feels the same. Everyone is concerned with how they feel, how they look, how they're being perceived, and they are likely not even to notice the fact that you're acting a little bit differently. Also, it's okay to make mistakes, especially on the first day of school or college, first couple of days. If you walk into the wrong classroom, it's okay. You're not going to be the only one who does. Just try and stay calm and say, "I'm sorry, I thought this was blank class." Then the teacher or professor will direct you to where the right class is. I know at college they announce the title of the class at the beginning of the school year for the first couple of days. You'll find that actually quite a lot of people get up and leave because they thought it was a different class. It's the same way in high school and middle school. Again, the student body really doesn't care what you're doing. They're too busy figuring out what they're going to be doing and where they're supposed to be. Anyone who is concerned is only concerned to help you, like teachers, professors, or your assistant. Next, advocate. It's important to advocate for your needs. For example, I personally have a bit of a hard time typing and writing. If I notice that the professor lectures with slides, then I ask them after class if I can be granted access to those slides so that I can print them out to ease my note-taking. A lot of times in college, the professor will announce where you can find these slides or email them to all students. However, if the professor does not mention anything about this, it's okay to go up and ask them about it. I found that most of my professors are more than happy to help me with the note-taking part. In high school, middle school, and elementary school, if you have a disability, it is likely that you have either an IEP plan or a 504 plan if you are disabled. This lets the teacher know that you need a little bit more help. Still, though, it's always a good idea to go up and talk to them about it. If you have a student that is unable to advocate for themselves, it's important that you help by advocating for them. As a parent of a disabled child, I'm sure you're used to doing this constantly. I just thought it was a good place to throw in a reminder. Finally, friends and family. Something that may help ease the anxiety is friends and family. I know personally I respond very well to voice and voice messages. So a little bit before college starts, I'm thinking about asking some of my friends and family if they would send me voice messages, just giving me words of encouragement that I can listen to on the way to college the first day. For you, this might be friends, family, caregivers, partners, just anyone that you feel loves and supports you. You may also find it helpful to look at pictures of those individuals or to text them. Just really any reminder of your support system can be really helpful in challenging times. I know this was a bit of a long episode, but that's it for this episode. And until next time, remember, we're all different, so just roll with it.